A mother of three suddenly disappeared from her home in Massachusetts. What first looked like a missing person case would quickly become one of the most disturbing relationship-related true crime stories in recent American history. This is the story of Anna and Brian Walshy, a case involving lies, internet searches, and a marriage that appeared perfect from the outside. Anna Walshy was 39 years old and worked in real estate in Washington, D.C. Friends described her as intelligent, hardworking, and deeply devoted to her children. She lived with her husband, Brian Walshy, and their three young sons in Cohasset, Massachusetts. To neighbors and people around them, they seemed like a successful family, living a comfortable life. But behind closed doors, investigators would later discover serious problems inside the marriage. According to prosecutors, tension had been building between the couple for quite some time. On January 1, 2023, Anna suddenly vanished. Brian later told police that his wife had left early that morning for an emergency work trip to Washington, D.C. He claimed she had taken an Uber to the airport before sunrise, but investigators quickly discovered there was a major problem with his story. Police could not find any Uber records connected to Anna that morning. There was also no surveillance footage showing her arriving at the airport. Investigators soon realized there was no evidence Anna had ever left the house at all. That discovery immediately changed the direction of the investigation. As concern grew, police started examining Brian's behavior more closely. Detectives later said several parts of his story seemed inconsistent and suspicious. Then investigators uncovered something that shocked the entire country. Brian Walshy had allegedly searched disturbing phrases online shortly after Anna disappeared. According to prosecutors, the searches included questions like, how to dispose of a 115-pound woman, and can baking soda make a body smell good? Another search allegedly asked about the best ways to dismember and dispose of a body. The internet search history quickly became one of the most talked about parts of the case. Many people could not believe someone would search those things while their wife was missing, but the investigation became even more disturbing afterward. Police searched the couple's home and reportedly found blood evidence and damaged items inside the basement area. Investigators also reviewed surveillance footage from nearby stores. Video allegedly showed Brian purchasing cleaning supplies, plastic bags, tape, and other suspicious items after Anna disappeared. Authorities believed the purchases were part of an attempt to clean up evidence. Prosecutors later argued that Brian carefully tried to cover his tracks. As investigators continued searching, they made another grim discovery. Items connected to the case were reportedly found at a waste transfer station. Some of those items allegedly contained Anna's DNA. Prosecutors later claimed the evidence strongly suggested Anna had been killed inside the home. Despite the growing evidence, Anna's body was never found. The disappearance of her remains added even more mystery and public attention to the case. Brian Walshy was eventually arrested and charged with murder and misleading investigators. Prosecutors accused him of killing his wife before attempting to hide what happened. The case quickly spread across news channels, social media, and true crime communities throughout the United States. Many people were especially disturbed by how normal the family had appeared in public. Friends and neighbors later said they never imagined something this serious could happen inside the home. The contrast between the family's public image and the investigation shocked many people following the story. Another reason the case gained so much attention was because of Brian's past. Before Anna disappeared, Brian had already faced legal trouble connected to fraud and fake artwork schemes. Prosecutors suggested the marriage had become increasingly strained because of financial pressure and personal problems. Investigators believe those issues may have contributed to what happened. As the investigation continued, the case became one of the most discussed true crime stories of 2023. The disturbing Google searches and missing body kept people constantly following new updates. For many people, the story felt deeply unsettling because it showed how little outsiders sometimes know about what happens inside a relationship. A family that looked completely normal from the outside was suddenly at the center of a murder investigation. Anna Walshy's disappearance remains one of the most disturbing relationship-related cases in recent American true crime history. The investigation continues to attract attention from people across the world.